Very rarely that Sheriff and Red leave Radiator Springs to be part of McQueen's pit crew. They need to stay home to make sure that there is law, peace, and order at all times. And Red, the town's only fire truck, he wants to be available to take care of his beautiful flowers. Plus, if there was a fire on the outskirts of Carburetor County, he wants to be available to put them out. However, very few instances that both Red and Sheriff did leave town. Like in the first movie, Sheriff, he left town to become part of McQueen's pit crew during the tiebreaker race. And in the second movie, both he and Red left town to fly to London with Sally, Flo, and Ramon to save Mater and McQueen and stop the Lemons. Even though that Sheriff put a parking boot on a trunk of when he was in London, he did his job out of his jurisdiction. So I'm pretty sure that Sheriff handed him over to the British police to take him into custody. And the question is still upon us. Was there another fire truck or another police car to take their place while Sheriff and Red were out of town? Because Red and Sheriff are the town's only police car and fire engine. So if there was ever an emergency in their small, beautiful town, who is there to keep everyone safe? That's a good question. Also, Radiator Springs doesn't have an ambulance stationed there. Even though that there was the Ornament Valley Medical Clinic, but that was back when Doc Hudson was around. But since he passed away, his clinic became the Hudson Hornet Racing Museum, or Memorial Museum. And hopefully there is a new clinic or a hospital built somewhere in Carburetor County. So I would think this ambulance would be stationed in Carburetor County because she has a Carburetor County license plate. This ambulance was actually from Rescue Squad Mater. She took Lightning McQueen to the hospital after he was stuck in the burning building that Mater saved him from. And that did not take place in Radiator Springs. This was just one of Mater's tall tales. But if this ambulance were real, this ambulance would be a good one to be stationed in Radiator Springs. 'Cause what if a car needs medical attention? Especially in a very small town in the middle of the desert. Also, it would be good to have at least 2 helicopters stationed in Tailfin Pass, you know, where the Wheelwell Motel is. Because what if a car was ever stuck on the mountains or lost in the forest and they needed to find their way back home or back on the road or whatnot? And we also have these 2 rookies from the unreleased Cars-Toon episode of To Protect and Serve that was supposed to be released in 2015, and for some reason they canceled it. But these 2 would definitely be the ones to take Sheriff's place whenever Sheriff is on vacation, which is unlikely he will do that for a long time since what happened in the canceled episode. But I think one car would be stationed or serving the Ornament Valley part of Carburetor County, and maybe the other one for Tailfin Pass. Maybe they should have like a sheriff station or a little substation in the Wheelwell Motel, because between Wheelwell Motel and Radiator Springs, that's like maybe a 5 to 10 mile drive up the mountains, and the hills are pretty steep, and I'm not sure if the sheriff can handle high speeds up steep grades, because whenever he goes fast, he backfires. So the sheriff is not in tip-top condition, so he's going to need some backup, for sure. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, and feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.